Classroom community and climate describes how I, Mrs. Perot, would like my classroom to look and feel throughout the entire year. For the intellectual aspect, there are many ideas presented that would help students learn to the best of their ability. Regular schedules help students know what is going on and what comes next throughout the day. Having the schedule readily available for students to read can help students keep calm and knowledgeable about what is to come. As a teacher, I would like to communicate my high expectations to every student. Every student deserves my attention, time, and effort. There is no one student who requires favoritism or neglect because of their abilities or behavior. Every student learns differently, so multiple learning modalities need to be used in every lesson presented. For example, audio, visual, and kinesthetic should be available to every student. Problems with varying difficulty should also be presented, and all students should be encouraged to try them. Every response to students' needs to be carefully thought through. For instance, low-achieving and high-achieving students should both receive the same amount of praise. Providing specific descriptive feedback allows students to know where they succeeded and where they could improve their work. The response should also aid students in knowing how to correct their mistakes. Praise should be used immediately following the correct behavior. Discipline from students should be guided by their own thoughts and actions instead of a set of prepared rules from the teacher. The students should have a say in what the expectations and consequences are. Teachers need to be mentally prepared to enter the classroom. They need to be able to help every student regardless of previous biases. They also need to be active listeners and respond to what students are saying and how they are acting. Teachers also need to ensure that everyone in the classroom is well acquainted with each other and feels comfortable working with them. Teachers need to communicate well with the students and encourage communication between the students. Students need to be able to collaborate and work together. And the teacher has to be concise and explain clearly what their expectations are to students. Students need to understand their role in the classroom culture and how each of them is a part of the community and is responsible for themselves as well as helping their peers. A classroom pledge or goals list created by the students is a good motivator to have on the wall. It can be updated as students reach their goals and create new ones. Student participation in the creation is key because then they feel more responsible for carrying it out. For example, some rules could be, I believe in myself, I will work as a team, or I will be respectful. Every student has to participate for the class to function correctly. Students need to have internal motivation to complete a project. However, external motivators may work in some occasions. They have to be aware of a goal that every student can help them achieve, that they have to work hard to finish. Me, as the teacher, needs to show acceptance of all the students in the class. Students need to know that their feelings are being heard. Students should feel as though they can trust you and feel welcomed whenever they are in the classroom. Students need to be able to feel comfortable about who they are so they can express themselves to their peers and not be afraid of negative effects. A student's family needs to be connected to the classroom. They need to be kept up to date with newsletters, emails, phone calls, or through other means of communication. I will encourage families to come into the classroom to participate in activities and share their culture. The material in the classroom should include a wide range of ethnic groups. Books, activities, and examples need to be able to show students from all backgrounds. This will help students relate back to their coursework. Students should be made aware that learning is a process. Smart people are not automatically good at everything. They make mistakes and learn from their failures. Mistakes can be fixed, and students should be encouraged to try the problem again. I would like to create a welcoming atmosphere to students. One way to do this is through warm colors such as red, yellow, and orange. Another feature students enjoy is a similar environment to home. This can be achieved using pillows, toys, and flowers. Desks in small groups help students to socialize and learn to collaborate on projects. They have to be able to communicate with their neighbors and find solutions to problems. If the students were in rows, all facing the same direction, the classroom would be more teacher-centered instead of student-centered. This picture shows a representation of what my classroom could look like depending on size and resources available. There is a larger U-shaped table where small groups can work together, either facilitated by me or not. The students have their own space they are responsible for at their desks, but they are also in the pods to facilitate group learning. There is a classroom rug for designated activities, as well as a couch and beanbags for students to sit and read at. There is also a classroom computer and books available for all students to have access to. The classroom should be organized and should not have a lot of clutter. A positive classroom culture can enhance student learning. Through these 4 aspects, students will be able to successfully use their people skills to promote learning. This can be done through good communication skills, being able to listen and talk effectively. Individual and social cooperation and collaboration allow students to learn from their peers as well as discover solutions together. The teacher is a main ingredient in this and needs to be available to help create the classroom climate. Here is a reference list of my sources used for this presentation.